A written report was distributed last week. I will just highlight the key points. Since the annual session, I have been in direct contact with members of the Bureau and various delegations to decide on some appointments. This is a necessary exercise to ensure that PA has focal points for key OSCE issues, but also to ensure that some major delegations participate in some of the most crucial deliberations in the coming year. Special representatives are a flexible and effective tool for the Assembly, and I'm grateful for the National Parliament's support. We had the opportunity to discuss this between Bureau members yesterday, among other topics. Regarding my external engagements, let me highlight my address to the Permanent Council in Vienna, which was very useful to express our collective support for the Maltese chairpersonship, particularly on sensitive issues such as appointing new OSCE heads and adopting a budget, as well as future chairpersonships beyond the year 2025. This was also the opportunity to present the Bucharest Declaration and highlight our upcoming activities. Last month, I participated in the EU Common Foreign and Security Interparliamentary Conference in Budapest, where I underlined the role of multilateral organizations in fostering security through adherence to international law and a strong commitment to democracy. I hope that we can leverage the election of several former Assembly members to the European Parliament last June to reinforce our cooperation. I had hoped to reinforce our support for the OSCE's third dimension by attending the opening of the Human Dimension Conference yesterday in Warsaw. Regrettably, due to a scheduling conflict, I was unable to be present. In response to a request from ODIHR for representation from the PA, despite the challenges posed by our commitments in Dublin, I wish to extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Zalewski, head of the Polish delegation, whom I also warmly welcome to our Assembly, for his willingness to adjust his plans in order to represent us at this important event. Unfortunately, the chairpersonship later informed us that a strict protocol regarding representation would be enforced, which led to our absence. I deeply regret that inconvenience and assure our colleague that I will raise this issue with the chairpersonship once again. A few weeks ago, I visited Israel and the West Bank with the Secretary General Montella. As we reiterated the Assembly's condemnation of the Hamas attacks and recognition of Israel's right to self-defense, we also called for an end to hostilities and highlighted the humanitarian concerns expressed in Bucharest. Given current events, I have no doubt that we will have opportunities this week to also discuss the situation in Lebanon and the north of Israel, plus Iran's missile attack yesterday. This autumn, we have a packed agenda, including election observation missions to Moldova, Georgia, Uzbekistan, and the United States, in addition to the mission that has already taken place in Azerbaijan, as well as a field visit to Serbia and a conference in Turkmenistan, which we will address in greater detail under point 6 of our agenda. I simply take this opportunity to caution the Standing Committee that while this extensive program underscores our commitment, we will need to remain mindful of our budget constraints in the latter part of this financial year. In closing, I want to thank all of you for your continued dedication. I look forward to your questions and comments.